We're good? Yep. Hello, this is Lucas McFarland. Just wanted to go over NFL. I didn't have college basketball, NBA standings, NFL coaching hires, college football coaching hires. Didn't have time to really get to the MLB stuff. Brian Dozier was the only big deal in the last week. He signed with the Nationals. This week at the divisional round, we'll go over it real quick. I'm going to the Buffalo Western game tonight after halftime. I'm gonna try to, but I haven't been to a basketball game all year, so that's why I'm doing it a little early. The six-seeded Indianapolis Colts, six seed in the AFC, played the one-seed Chiefs. Blowout game. Kansas City formed a game plan to slow down Luck and those receivers early. They took the receivers and the running game out really early. Colts didn't have a first down until late in the third quarter or second quarter. Only one first down. Chiefs were up 24-7 by the half, 14-0 in the first quarter. Mahomes, he only had a rush touchdown, but he still did pretty good. He was 27-41, 278 yards. One rush touchdown. Travis Kelce, 7 receptions, 108 yards. Tyreek Hill had a big game too. Damian Williams, 25 carries, 129 yards, one touchdown. The Chiefs just tore apart Indianapolis. That's what you got to do against your opponents. The Chiefs moved on to play in the AFC Championship game to host it. The other game that Saturday night was the NFC Division round. The four-seeded Dallas Cowboys played the two-seeded Rams. Another thing, the Rams ran the football. Todd Gurley had 115 yards, and C.J. Anderson 123 yards, two touchdowns. As the Rams, they had over 200 yards rushing against that Dallas D line. They wound up beating the Cowboys 30-22. The Rams, it was 7-3 early Dallas. Amari Cooper and Marcus Peters kept going after it. Then the Rams exploded in the second half. They were up 20-7, 23-7, 23-15, 30-20, then 30-22. The Rams wound up advancing their first NFC Championship game since 2001. Congratulations to the LA Rams on advancing to the NFC Championship game. I don't know what's wrong with my computer. It doesn't charge now. The Sunday games, the five-seeded Chargers played the two-seeded Patriots. Another kid running the football. The Patriots, Sony Michel at 24 carries, 128 yards, three touchdowns. Joey Nettleman, big game too. 9 receptions, 151 yards. Brady was 44 for 343 yards and a touchdown. Patriots were up 14-7 in the first. Wound up being up 35-7 at the half. They wound up winning late, 41-28, as the Chargers outscored the Patriots in the second half. But the Patriots wound up winning. They're going to play the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game in Arrowhead. This was the best game of the weekend, in my opinion. The NFC, Kamara had a good game, 4-16, carries 71 yards. But the Eagles were up 14-0. Early mistake by Drew Brees. He overcame it. Wound up throwing two touchdowns, 301 yards. He was 28-38. It was 14-0 Eagles, and it was 14-10. The Saints shut down the Eagles. Foles threw two interceptions. Jeffrey had that catch off the hands into another defender and cost the Eagles the season when they were down there. Saints won 20-14. They moved to the NFC Championship overall. So in my opinion, now it's the Rams Saints for the NFC Championship this week. The Rams are playing the Saints 3:05. That's the first games this weekend. They're all both on Sunday. And it's the Super Bowl time. The keys here for the Rams, try to run the football a lot and keep Drew Brees off the field. That's the only way you're going to beat the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Passing the ball a lot's not going to help you. That defense is all right. Run the football if you're the Rams. The Saints' key are probably get the ball first and then get a touchdown. Play defense. Slow down the Rams' pass game. Force them to run a little bit. Slow down the run. And actually, more slow down the run. Try to have them pass the ball because they've been running the ball good lately. I feel as though my prediction in this game, I like the Saints big over the Rams. I think they're going to slow down the Rams, and that's a tough place to play in the playoffs. The New Orleans, that's a tough place to play. And they have the home field advantage. They haven't played outside New Orleans since Week 15. I think they go to their Super Bowl, and the Saints get there. The other game, the Patriots and Chiefs, it's the weather that's a factor. It's an outdoor game. But I think this is a big key for the Chiefs. They slowed down the Indy running attack last week. If they slow down Sonny Michel, force Brady to throw, take away his wide receiver play, which I think they could. Kansas City's a tough place to play in the playoffs. They're playing great. I think the Chiefs beat the Patriots big this week, too. Might be closer than the Saints won, but I think the Chiefs beat the Patriots by like 10 or 17. New England struggles in Kansas City, too. I feel as though the Chiefs are going to beat the Patriots, and we're going to see a Chiefs and Saints Super Bowl. That's my prediction right now. Other NFL coaching hires. Adam Gase got hired by the New York Jets after getting fired by the Dolphins. The Dolphins are looking to Brian Richard, the Patriots coach, one of the Patriots linebackers coach, to be the next head coach for them. Might be a rebuild year next year. The Bengals are looking into getting Zach Taylor after the Rams get done with the playoffs. A quarterbacks coach for the Rams. I like that hire too. Congrats to the Bengals. The Broncos got Vic Fangino, the defensive coordinator for the Bears. They got a defensive minded guy again. He was good. Helped the Bears defense this year. For the actually, Freddie Kitchens is the new Browns head coach. He got hired. He already worked Baker Mayfield. He was the interim OC for the Browns. I like that hire a lot. Thinking any other big deals at the moment for the NFC. Thinking Matt LaFleur's the Packers guy. I knew that. The Buccaneers got Bruce Arians as their head coach. That's cool for them. They're gonna have hopefully can work with Winston really well. The Cardinals got Cliff Kingsbury. We knew about that one. Cliff Kingsbury is really good. Yeah, and so right now the Dolphins and the Bengals are the only two teams that don't have a head coach set right now, but they will get one. Oh, I don't know why my computer's charging that low. So we'll go over the back. Oh, Syracuse beat first ranked Duke last night. That was the first unranked versus one upset. So put Syracuse in the tournament. I think if you beat a one team as an unranked winning team, you should deserve to be in the NCAA tournament. That's a big win on your resume. I feel like they should be in there. And that'd be really awesome for the Syracuse Orange in the tournament. I think they could do it. Tonight's games, I'll be at the Western one tonight. Or try to sneak in for free at their halftime. Or so. Oh, 2 tickets. I guess it's gonna be a big game tonight. Seton Hall's at Providence at 6:30. Arkansas's at third-ranked Tennessee at 7 on ESPN2. 12th-ranked Kentucky's at Georgia on ESPN. 16th-ranked Buffalo's at Western. It's on ESPN Plus. Florida's at 24th-ranked Mississippi State at 7 p.m. West Virginia's at TCU at 7 on ESPN. UEMU's at Akron. Kent State's at Ohio. South Florida's at Cincinnati. Rutgers at Purdue on Big Ten Network. Wave Ohio's at Toledo. Ball State's at Bowling Green. Big one at 8. Virginia Tech's 9th ranked at 4th ranked Virginia on ACC Network. 17th ranked NC State's at Wake Forest at 8. Valpo's at Loyola Chicago. Central Michigan's at Northern Illinois at 8. 15th ranked Marquette's at Georgetown at 8:30. 10th ranked Nevada's at Boise State at 9 on the CBS Sports Network. Notre Dame's at 13th ranked North Carolina on ESPN. LSU's at 18th ranked Ole Miss at 9 on SEC Network. Davidson's at St. Joseph at 9, and New Mexico's at San Diego State at 11. Now, the matchups from last Tuesday, looking here. I'm a big college basketball guy, as you can tell. We'll go over the standings, too, real quick. Duke played at Wake Forest. They dominated them. They won 87-65, first ranked. Third ranked Tennessee beat Missouri 87-63. Sixth ranked MSU beat Purdue 77-59. Eighth ranked Texas Tech beat 23rd ranked Oklahoma 66-59. 12th ranked North Carolina won 15th ranked NC State won 90-82. 14th ranked Mississippi State played South Carolina. South Carolina upset them 87-82 in overtime. 18th ranked Kentucky beat A&M 85-74. 19th ranked Buffalo at the time beat Toledo 110-80. Unranked Baylor hosted 20th ranked Iowa State and won 73-70. Defending champion unranked Villanova beat 24th ranked St. John 76-71. Kent State beat Western 88-73. AMU beat Ball State 8-42 double overtime. NIU beat Bolivia, Ohio 83-70. Excuse me. Allergy season. Bowling Green beat Ohio 82-63. Maryland beat Minnesota 82-67. Oklahoma State beat Texas 61-58. Central beat Akron overtime 88-86. I'm gonna try to go to Central game this weekend. Depends on the weather. LSU beat Alabama 88-79. And those were the big games for Tuesday. Oh, my bad. Remind me later. Yeah. So Wednesday. Oh, it's allergy season. I'm not gonna talk too long. I actually have stuff going on tonight. Virginia beat Austin College 83-56. This was January 9th. My allergies are killing me right now. Kansas was 7th ranked. They beat TCU 77-68. Virginia Tech beat Georgia Tech 52-49. Nevada beat San Jose State 92-53. Unranked Ole Miss beat 11th ranked Auburn 82-67. Miami, well, actually, Florida State 13 ranked. They beat Miami 68-62. Rutgers beat 16 ranked Ohio State 64-61. Temple beat Houston, giving them their first loss of the year. Temple won 73-69. Marquette's 21st ranked. They beat Creighton 106-104 at overtime. Georgia beat Vanderbilt 82-63. Xavier beat Georgetown 81-75. South Florida beat Tulane 66-48. West Virginia's having an off year. Kansas State won 71-69. And Dayton beat George Washington 72-66. Navy lost to American 71-68. Army beat Boston University 86-82. Louisville lost to Pittsburgh in overtime, 89-86, long year for them. Syracuse beat Clemson 61-53. Butler lost Seton Hall by 176-75. Iowa beat Northwestern 73-63. And Arizona beat Stanford 75-70. Those are Wednesday, January 9th games. Thursday, January 10th. Michigan, second ranked, they beat Illinois 679-69. And Gonzaga beat Pacific 67-36. Those were only two ranked teams that played Thursday. Cincinnati beat Tulsa in overtime 70-65. Let's see here. These are all the games Thursday, not a lot of big ones. Colorado beat Washington State 92-60. Nebraska beat Penn State 70-64. UCLA beat Oregon 87-84 in overtime. UCLA was down by 9 with a minute to go. Then tied the game, went to overtime. They wound up beating Oregon. That was a good scenario. Oregon State beat USC 79-74 in overtime. Friday's games, there's some Big Ten games now on Fridays. Maryland beat 22nd ranked IU 78-75, and Purdue beat Wisconsin overtime 84-80. Saturday is always a big matchup day for college basketball. Duke almost lost Florida State. First ranked Duke at the time beat Florida State. 13th ranked on a buzzer beater. Actually, with 2 seconds left, Duke won 80-78 over Florida State. Third ranked Tennessee beat Florida 78-67. Fourth ranked Virginia dominated Clemson 63-43. Gonzaga beat San Francisco 96-83. Kansas beat Baylor 73-68. Texas Tech beat Texas 68-62. Nevada beat Fresno State 74-64. 11th ranked Auburn beat Georgia 93-78. Big upset here. Louisville won to North Carolina, 12th ranked. Louisville won 83-62. Mississippi State 14th ranked beat Ole Miss 81-77. NC State beat Pittsburgh 15th ranked 86-80. Ohio State lost their second straight at Iowa 16th ranked. Not ranked anymore, I think. 72-62. Houston 17th ranked beat Wichita 79-40. 18th ranked Kentucky beat Vanderbilt 56-47. 19th ranked Buffalo at the time beat Miami of Ohio 88-64. 20th ranked Iowa State lost to Kansas State, back-to-back losses for them. Kansas State won 58-57. Marquette 21st ranked beat Seton Hall 70-66. And 23rd ranked Oklahoma beat 25th ranked TCU 76-74. DePaul beat St. John 79-71. And Georgetown beat Providence 96-90 in double overtime. Notre Dame beat Boston College 69-66. Ohio beat Ball State 70-52. Eastern beat Kent State 95-61. West Virginia lost again to Oklahoma State 85-77. Minnesota beat Rutgers 88-70. South Florida beat Temple beat South Florida in overtime 82-80. Navy lost to Boston University 79-69. Let's see here. Toledo beat Western 85-77. Miami beat Wake Forest 76-65. Boise State beat San Jose State 87-64. A&M beat Alabama 81-80. I'm losing my percentage on my computer real quick. I need to fix my computer, guys. It's low on batteries. Let's see here. NIU beat Akron 73-56. Central lost in overtime 77-87 to Bowling Green. I'm trying to go to a Central game this weekend. Georgia Tech beat Syracuse 73-59 Saturday. LSU beat Arkansas 94-88 in overtime. Cincinnati beat UConn in overtime 74-72. BYU beat Santa Clara 80-74. Washington beat Colorado 77-70. Arizona beat California 87-65. And Missouri South Carolina was postponed on Saturday. Sunday's game's the 20th. Excuse me. Actually, that's next week. From the 13th. My bad. Michigan beat Northwestern, second ranked 86-60. Sixth ranked MSU beat Penn State 671-56. Xavier beat Butler 70-69. Villanova beat Creighton 90-78. Missouri South Carolina got moved to Sunday. South Carolina won 85-75. Memphis beat Tulane 83-79. Oregon beat USC 81-60, and Oregon State beat UCLA 79-66. Last night's game, Syracuse beat Duke in overtime 95-91. Overtime, big game. I was watching that. A huge Syracuse guy. Go Syracuse. Kansas 7th ranked beat Texas 80-78. I think Florida State's lost 2 in a row too. They lost to Pittsburgh 75-62. Maryland 19th ranked, they were 19th. Beat Wisconsin 64-60. Wisconsin is slipping. Nebraska beat 25th ranked IU. IU's lost 2 in a row 66-51. Other big games, Baylor beat Oklahoma State 73-69. I already went over Tuesday's matchups. This is Wednesday, the 16th matchups. St. Bonaventure's at Rhode Island at 6 on CBS Sports Network. Creighton's at St. John's at 6:30 on FS1. 14th ranked Auburn's at A&M on ESPNU. Kansas State's at 20th ranked Oklahoma on ESPN2. 23rd ranked Iowa's at Penn State at 7 on Big Ten Network. Navy's at Lafayette at 7. Vermont's at New Hampshire. South Carolina's at Vanderbilt at 7 on SEC Network. Let's see here. Boston College at Louisville at 7 on ACC Network. UConn's at Tulsa on ESPN News at 7. At 8 o'clock, Dayton's at VCU on CBS Sports Network. Butler's at DePaul at 8:30 on FS1. Iowa State today ranked Texas Tech at 9 on ESPNU. 21st ranked Houston's at SMU at ESPN News. Alabama's at Missouri at 9 on the SEC Network. Let's see. Minnesota's at Illinois at Big Ten Network. Georgia Tech's at Clemson at 9 on ACC Network. UCF's at Wichita State at 10 on CBS Sports Network. Utah State's at San Jose State at 10. And UNLV's at Air Force on ESPNU at 11 p.m. Thursday the 17th matchups. Let's see any big ones. Not a lot of big Thursday ones. I don't see any ranked teams on the schedule. Oh, wait, there's MSU. 6th ranked MSU's at Nebraska at 8 on FS1. Loyola Marymount's at 5th ranked Gonzaga at 9. Gardner-Webb's at Radford at 9 on ESPNU. Stanford's at Washington at 9 on ESPN2. Oregon's at Arizona at 9 on ESPN. Cal's at Washington State at 10 on Pac-12 Network. Oregon State's at Arizona State at 10 on FS1. BYU's at Pepperdine at 11 on ESPNU. Friday's matchup, it's not a lot of big ones on the 18th. 19th ranked Maryland's at Ohio State on FS1. EMU's at 16th ranked Buffalo at 7 on ESPNU. Ohio's at Toledo at 7 on CBS Sports Network. Xavier's at 22nd ranked Villanova at 8:30. Saturday's matchups. 2nd ranked Michigan's at Wisconsin at noon on ESPN. 13th ranked North Carolina's at Miami on ESPN2 at noon. Tulsa at UCF on ESPNU. Florida's at Georgia at 12. Richards at Davidson at 12:30 on FAC Sports Network. Arkansas's at Ole Miss at 1 p.m. on SEC Network. Alabama's at Tennessee's 3rd ranked at 2 p.m. on ESPN2. 7th ranked Kansas at West Virginia at 2 at ESPN. 17th ranked NC State's at Notre Dame at 2 on ACC Network. 25th ranked IU's at Purdue on Fox at 2. Pittsburgh's at Syracuse at 2 on ACC Network. Let's see here. Cincinnati's at Wichita State at 2 on CBS. Rhode Island's at LaSalle at 2:30 on NBC Sports Network. Navy's at Army on CBS Sports Network. Stanford's at Washington State at 3 on Pac-12 Network. Missouri's at A&M at 3:30 on SEC Network. Akron's at Miami, Ohio at 3:30. Wake Forest at 9th ranked Virginia Tech at 4 on ACC Network. 12th ranked Kentucky's at 14th ranked Auburn at 4 on ESPN. UCLA's at USC at 4 p.m. on CBS. TCU's at Kansas State at 4 on ESPN2. Louisville's at Georgia Tech at 4 on ACC Network. SMU's at Memphis on ESPNU at 4. St. John's at Butler at 4:30. Ball State's at Central at 4:30. I might try to go to that one. Excuse me. Dayton's at St. Bonaventure at 4:30. Cal's at Washington at 5 on Pac-12 Network. Penn's at Temple at 5 on CBS Sports Network. 4th ranked Virginia's at 1st ranked Duke at 6 on ESPN. That's the big one Saturday. 8th ranked Texas Tech's at Baylor on ESPN2. South Carolina's at LSU at SEC Network. Oklahoma State's at Iowa State on 6 p.m. on ESPNU. UTEP's at Middle Tennessee at 6. Western's at Bowling Green at 6. UMass at VCU at 6:30. Let's see here. Northern Illinois at Kent State at 7 on ESPN3. Oregon State's at Arizona at 7 p.m. on Pac-12 Network. Tulane's at UConn at 7:30. 20th ranked Oklahoma's at Texas at 8 on Longhorn Network. 21st ranked Houston's at South Florida on ESPNU. DePaul's at Seton Hall at 8 on FS1. Big Ten Network, Penn State, Minnesota, 8:30. 24th ranked Mississippi State's at Vanderbilt at 8:30. 5th ranked Gonzaga is at Portland at 10. Air Force is at 10th ranked Nevada at 10 on ESPNU. Oregon's at Arizona State at 10:30. And BYU's San Francisco at 11. Those are the big ones on Saturday to watch out for. Sunday, the 20th matchups. I'm looking here. 11th ranked Florida State's at Boston College at noon on ESPNU. CBS Sports Network Providence is at 15th ranked Marquette at 12. Illinois is at 23rd ranked Iowa at 1. Colorado's at Utah at 6. Monday the 21st matchups. And then that'll be it for the matchups this week. 19th ranked Maryland's at 6th ranked MSU at 6:30 on FS1. 9th ranked Virginia Tech at 13th ranked North Carolina at 7 on ESPN. Nebraska's at Rutgers at 8 on Big Ten Network. Creighton's at Georgetown at 8:30 on FS1. Iowa State's at 7th ranked Kansas. They rematch quick again at 9 on ESPN. Baylor's at West Virginia at 9 on ESPNU. And Marshall at Western Kentucky at 9:30. We'll go over the standings really quick and the rankings. Conference-wise, I go over conference-wise standings. My nose is really funny, so my apologies. My allergies suck this time of year. The American Eastern Conference, conference-wise between Stony Brook and Vermont, they're leading at 3-0. The American Athletic Conference, AAC, UCF's the sole conference leader at 3-0. The A10, Davidson, St. Louis, Dayton, they're all 3-0. George Mason's right behind them at 3-1. The ACC Coastal, Virginia and Virginia Tech, big one tonight. They're both 3-0. They play for the ACC Conference lead. Liberty and Lipscomb are both 3-0 for the Atlantic Sun. Big 12 Conference, Texas Tech is a 4-0. Big 12 league, Kansas is 4-1 right behind them. The Big East Conference, Villanova is 4-0. Marquette's right behind them at 3-1, second place. Big Sky Conference, Oregon Colorado's the sole leader. They're 5-1 conference. Weber State's 4-1 behind them. Big South, Winthrop, Radford, they're 3-0. Hanford's right behind them at 2-0. The Big Ten Network, Michigan State are both 6-0. Maryland's right behind them at 6-1 for third. Big West Conference, UC Santa Barbara, UC Irvine, CSU Northridge, they're all 2-0. Hawaii Long Beach State, they're 1-0 right behind them. Colonial, Hofstra's 5-0, they're leading that one. CUSA, UTSA's 4-0, the sole leader. Marshall's right behind them at 3-0. The Horizon League, Detroit's the sole leader, they're 5-1. Northern Kentucky second at 4-1. The Ivy League, Princeton's 2-0. Dartmouth's the only other team that has a winning record, 1-0 right behind them in second. Metro Athletic Conference, Riders 4-0. Winthrop and Iona are both 3-1, tied for second. The MAC East, Buffalo and Bowling Green are tied at 3-0. In the MAC West, Northern Illinois is leading, they're 3-0. Central and East are right behind them at 2-1. Buffalo's at Western, I might check it out. Milford State's 4-0. In the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, North Carolina AT&T, North Carolina Central are both 3-0, tied for second behind them. Missouri Valley Conference, Valparaiso's 4-0 leading that. Loyola Chicago's in second at 3-1. The Mountain West Conference, UNLV's 3-0, tied with Boise State 3-0. Nevada's and Fresno State right behind them at 3-1. The Northeast Conference, Wagner, Sacred Hall, and Robert Morris, they're both all 3-1. The Ohio Valley Conference, Murray State's 4-0. Austin Peay's 4-0. Jacksonville State's also 4-0, tied for that. The Pac-12, Arizona's 4-0. I don't know how they're not ranked yet. Oregon State, Washington right behind them at 3-0. The Patriot League, Bucknell's leading, they're 4-1. Lehigh's right behind them at 3-1. The SEC Conference, Tennessee and Ole Miss, South Carolina, LSU. Well, actually, Tennessee, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Ole Miss, they're all 3-0. LSU's 2-0 behind them. Kentucky's 2-1 right behind them as well. Southern Conference, Wofford 6-0. Southland Conference, Sam Houston State's 3-0. Southwestern Conference, Atlanta Leader, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Prairie, they're all 3-0. Summit League, South Dakota State's 4-1, tied with Purdue, Fort Wayne at 4-1. Georgia State's 4-0 in the Sun Belt. They're leading it solely. Fifth ranked Gonzaga's 3-0. BYU's right behind them at 3-1. The West Coast Conference. Western Athletic, last one. UMBCK's 2-0. CSU Bakersfield, Grand Canyon, they're 3-1. Second place right behind them. The rankings for this week, we'll go over the college basketball rankings officially. Duke was number 1. Oh wow, yeah, they lost now. Duke was number 1. They just had their second loss. Second's Michigan at 17-0. Third's Tennessee at 14-1. Fourth is Virginia at 15-0. Fifth is Gonzaga at 16-2. Sixth is MSU at 15-2. Seventh is Kansas at 14-2. Texas Tech 15-1. They're in 8th. Virginia Tech's net 14-1 9th. Nevada 10th at 16-1. 11th Florida State's 13-3. They lost last night too. 12th ranked Kentucky's 12-3. North Carolina's 12-4 and 13th. 14th ranked Auburn's 12-3. Marquette's 14th ranked 15th. Buffalo, I'm going to try to see them tonight. They're 15-1, 16th ranked. NC State's 17th. They're 14-2. Ole Miss is 18th at 13-2. Maryland's 19th at 14-3. Oklahoma's 20th at 13-3. Houston's 21st at 16-1. Villanova's 22nd at 13-4. Iowa's 23rd at 14-3. Mississippi State, big drop. They're 12-3. IU lost last night. They're 25th right not anymore. After next week, they are 12-4, now 12-5. Others receiving votes: Louisville, Nebraska, Ohio State, Wisconsin, Iowa State, UCF, Purdue, Kansas State, St. John's, TCU, Murray State, Arizona, Washington, LSU, Seton Hall, South Carolina, Temple, Minnesota, Cincinnati, Wofford, Hofstra, Florida. I don't know why Arizona's not there. I don't know if they have a sanction or not. The only teams that dropped out of the rankings are Ohio State, Iowa State, St. John's, and TCU. Now, the NBA standings, I'll go over that real quick. For the NBA, the Raptors are 33-12, first. Second are the Bucks at 30-12. Third are the Pacers at 28-14. 76ers are 28-16. Celtics are fifth at 25-18. Heat are 21-26. The Nets are 22-23 at 7th. The Hornets are 20-23 and 8th. The Magic are 19-24 and 9th. Pistons are 18-24 and 10th. Wizards are 18-26 and 11th. Hawks are 13-30 and 12th. Bulls are 10-33 and so are the Knicks at 10-33 and last are the Cavs at 9-35. Big slip for them. Western Conference, the Nuggets are first 29-13. Second are the Warriors at 29-14. Thunder are 26 and 16 third. Rockets are 25 and 18 and fourth. Blazers are 26 and 19 and fifth. The Clippers are 24 and 19 sixth. Spurs are 25 and 20 seventh. The Jazz are 24 and 21 eighth. Ninth, the Lakers are out there at 23-21 tied with the Kings for 10th, 9th and 10th. The Timberwolves are 21-22 and 11th. Pelicans are 21-23 and 12th. Mavs are 20 and 23 and 13th. Grizzlies are 19-24 and 14th, and the Suns are 11-33. The games tonight for the NBA. Phoenix is at Indiana at 7 p.m. The Timberwolves at the 76ers at 7 on the NBA TV. Jimmy Butler plays forward team. Thunder at the Hawks 7:30. Heat at the Bucks at 8. Warriors at the Nuggets is a good one at 9. Bulls at the Lakers are at 10:30 tonight. Those are big ones for the NBA. The NHL standings. Excuse me, I'm losing my throat. Ugh. The Atlantic Conference, the Lightning 35-9 first. The Maple Leafs are 28-15 second. Bruins are 26-15 third. Canadians are 25-17 fourth. Sabres are 23-17 fifth. Panthers are 17-19 sixth. Red Wings are 17-23 seventh. And the Senators are 17-24 eighth. Metropolitan, the Capitals are 27-13 first. Blue Jackets are 27-15 second. 25-14 are the Penguins. The Islanders are 25-15. Fifth are the Hurricanes at 22-18. Devils are 18-20, tied with the Rangers 18-20. And the Flyers are 17-23 in last. Western Conference Central, the Winnipeg Jets are 29-14 in first. The Predators 27-16 second. Stars are 23-19 third. Avalanche are 21-17. The Wild are 22-20. Blues are 20-20. Blackhawks 16-23. In the Pacific, the Flames are 30-13. Sharks are 27-13 second. Third are the Knights at 28-16. The Oilers are 22-21 fourth. Ducks are 19-18 fifth. Canucks are 21-21 sixth. Coyotes are 20-22 seventh. And the Kings are 18-25 in last. The NHL matchups tonight are St. Louis is at the Islanders at 7 p.m. I don't think that's on TV. Oh, we're losing throat. Carolina's at the Rangers at 7 p.m. New York Rangers. New Jersey's at Columbus at 7. Florida's at Montreal at 7:30. Anaheim's at Detroit at 7:30, presumably on Fox Sports Detroit. Washington's at Nashville at 8. Los Angeles Kings are at Minnesota at 8 on NBC Sports Network. Vegas at Winnipeg at 8. Tampa Bay's at Dallas at 8:30. And Pittsburgh's at San Jose at 8:30 as well. Some coaching news. I'll talk a little bit about a few things. Brian Dozier actually signed with the Nationals, a 2-year deal for the MLB. That's a big deal. Rod Carey, the former NIU coach, signed a deal to be Temple's coach, so NIU doesn't have a head coach. Gotta blame Miami Mark Richt for retiring because Manny Diaz would have been Temple's head coach. He came back to Miami, so Temple was looking for one. They got Rod Carey out of the MAC champion and Northern Illinois Huskies. And the other big deal, Kyler Murray declared for the NFL draft. That's huge for teams for the first round. The only big ones I'm looking at are Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins, that could have the potential to be starters, and Will Grier could have a potential to be a starter too. I feel like Kyler Murray's going to be the next Washington Redskin quarterback or so. They're looking around for a quarterback. Dwayne Haskins is probably going to be the next Jaguar quarterback. That's my predictions for right now. I'm looking for MLB deals, free agencies that happen. We'll go over a big MLB deal. Let's see here. Oh, wow, that's actually cool. Matt Adams, he signed with the Nationals, 1-year deal. First baseman, those are free agents. Let's see here, any big ones here. Jose Bautista is still on the market. Gordon Beckham is too. Tim Beckman signed with the Mariners. Gregory Bronco, left fielders from the Giants to the Mets. Justin Bour from the Phillies to the Angels had a deal. Pierre Borgers, Giants to the Angels, that was a deal. Let's see here. Michael Branton signed with the Astros. He was from the Indians. Zach Britton, Yankee, he re-signed with the Yankees. Buckholt's still on the market. So is Asdrubal Cabrera. Melky Cabrera for the Indians, still on the market. Trevor Cahill, he also signed with the Angels from the A's. The Angels could be interesting this year. Lonnie Chisenhall, he was an Indian, now he's a Pirate. Tyler Clifford still on the market. Tyler Cloyd, Bartolo Colonus, Patrick Corbin, Diamondbacks to the Nationals. Nelson Cruz signed with the Twins a while ago from the Mariners. Rajai Davis signed with the Mets from the Indians a while ago. Josh Donaldson. Oh yeah, he signed with the Braves. He was from the Indians too. Brian Dozier signed from the Dodgers to the Nationals. Lucas Duda is still on the market. So is AJ Ellis and Zach Dew. Nathan Eovaldi signed with the Red Sox. Re-signed with the Red Sox 4-year deal. Jesus Fabilia signed for the A's for the Mets. Marco Estrada still on the market. Mike Freers re-signed with the A's. Wilmer Forrest is still on the market. Mike Freeman, Cubs to the Indians. David Freese re-signed with the Dodgers. Freddie Galvis still on the market. Jamie Garcia's Rival Gonzalez for the White Sox might sign with the Rays soon. Brett Gardner re-signed with the Yankees. Let's see here. Carlos Gomez still a free agent. So is Gio Gonzalez and Carlos Gonzalez. Curtis Granson still a free agent. Billy Hamilton signed with the Reds to the Royals. J.A. Happ signed for the Yankees. He re-signed with the Yankees. Matt Harvey, another pitcher, went from the Reds to the Angels. Kevin Herrera signed for the Nationals to the White Sox. Derek Holland re-signed with the Giants. Matt Holliday still on the market. Let's see here. Austin Jackson still is too. Edwin Jackson still is. John Jay signed with the Diamondbacks to the White Sox. Center fielder. Jung Ho Kang re-signed with the Pirates. Joe Kelly went for the Red Sox to the Dodgers for a 3-year deal. Ian Kinsler went from the Red Sox to the Padres. DJ LeMahieu, he signed from the Rockies to the Yankees for a 2-year deal. Tim Lincecum still on the market. Jed Lowry signed for the A's to the Mets. Mets have some players. Diaz, Lowry, they got Cano too. Jonathan Lucroy signed from the A's to the Angels. Angels and Mets are big spenders this year. Lance Lynn signed from the Yankees to the Rangers. Manny Machado, still on the market. I heard there's an 8-year deal with the White Sox. They already got John Jay. They could get anyone they want. Nick Markakis for the Braves is still a free agent. Victor Martinez retired. Joe Bauer retired for the Twins. Brian McCann signed for the Astros to the Braves. He's back for the Braves again. James McCann. He's a White Sox too. He went from the Tigers to the White Sox. The White Sox are getting good players. Brandon McCarthy retired. Andrew McCutchen went to the Yankees to the Phillies. Jordan Mercer went from the Pirates to the Tigers. Tigers got a shortstop. That's good. Andrew Miller signed from the Indians to the Cardinals. Shelby Miller signed from the Diamondbacks to the Rangers. Rangers getting some pitching here. Matt Moore went for the Rangers to the Tigers. Logan Morrison still a free agent. Charlie Morton signed for the Astros to the Rays. Mike Moustakas, he's still a free agent. Hasn't re-signed anywhere yet. Steve Pearce is a Red Sox again. Hunter Pence still on the market. Let's see here. Brandon Phillips for the Red Sox still on the market. A.J. Pollock as well. Hanley Ramirez for the Red Sox still on the market. Let's see. A.J. Ramos, he's still on the market from the Mets. Andrew Romine signed from the Mariners to the Phillies. Bruce Rondon for the White Sox still on the market. Trevor Rosenthal signed with the Nationals. Hunjun Kong returns to the Dodgers. CC Sabathia re-signed with the Yankees. Jared Salamakia is still a free agent. Anibal Sanchez went to the Braves to the Nationals. Davey Santana and Urban Santana are still on the market. Jonathan Schoop signed from the Brewers to the Twins. Twins are getting some players. Schoop and Cruz. Matt Shoemaker, Angels to the Blue Jays. Carson Smith, Red Sox to the Blue Jays. Let's see here. Joaquin Soria went from the Brewers to the A's. Let's see. Kurt Suzuki went to the Braves to the Nationals. Nationals have signed some talent. They're trying to get rid of Harper. I think Harper's going to sign with the Phillies. He's still available. Troy Tulowitzki. Oh, he's a Yankee now? When was this? Troy Tulowitzki signed from the Blue Jays to the Yankees. Ronald Torres from the Cubs to the Twins. I did not know that Troy Tulowitzki signed with the Yankees. That's a big deal here. Neil Walker, still available. Bobby Wilson, catcher, signed from the Cubs to the Tigers. Stephen Voigt, still a free agent. So is Neil Walker for the Yankees. And those are all the big free agency deals. I'll map out all the big MLB deals. I'm still waiting on the Bryce Harper, the Manny Machado deal. Rumor has it Bryce Harper could go to the Phillies, and Manny Machado right now could go to either the White Sox or the Phillies. I don't think the Phillies could afford Manny Machado or Bryce Harper at the same time. But we'll have a big MLB. I'm looking at all the teams from different divisions and conferences. And I'll let you know any big MLB news or so right now. Maybe more NASCAR news. I might get a magazine next week. Tonight I'll try to go to Buffalo, Western Michigan. I sneak in for free after halftime. I'll try to go to Ball State Central. Depends on the weather here on Saturday. I don't want to drive in a snowstorm. If not, I'm going to stay here. Might go to Western Central on February 2nd instead. I haven't been to a lot of college basketball games all year. So I'm trying to go to that. I got to charge my computer. I'm having dinner soon. I got to adjust my sleep for work tonight. Excuse me, and my allergies are killing me.